Let's freaking go. Today we're going to be looking at all the maps, some of the game modes, Ark 2, Ark Ascended. What is it on my tier list? Let's find out. I was originally going to try and do this on tiermaker.com, but then I realized you have to log in with your Twitter, and then I realized this. I might as well give you my Twitter password. No. But that's fine. I made my own. Don't need no website. Brr. My rankings today are, I love it, banging, as in, you know, like really good. It's banging, yeah. Middle grounds, yeah, it's good. It's not better than good, but it's not worse. After that, it's meh. Yeah, it's okay. And the last one is, I'd rather sit on a cactus. If you'd like to play along, by all means, feel free. This is a good spirited video, and this is just my opinion. So first, we're going to go back in time. We're going to go to the classic, the island. Where does it go? Is it bad? Is it amazing? Well, I think this one's pretty good because you have your Ascension, your Explorer notes, many caves. I think it's solidly banging. I wouldn't say, like, I love it, and I come back to it every time, like, oh my god, I love it. It's just, it is banging, you know. Next one we have is a center. I really want to put it in I love it. But I played this recently, and the thing that lets it down is it's like epileptic lightning shows. It's a really big letdown for me, so I have to put it in banging. That's what lets it down big time for me. If it wasn't for the shoddy weather, I would definitely be loving it because it is one of the most amazing maps with all the ruins and everything and all these cool different biomes. But no, it's just banging. I think if they fix it in Acer and make the weather a lot better without the flashy lightning, so it's not like you're in a disco, then yeah, it'll be a lot better. Next up, we have Valguero. Now, this one is a really solid one. Was it my favorite, though? I feel like Valguero misses a lot of wow factor. The most amazing biome for me is probably the White Cliffs, and yeah, that's just it really for me. So I guess it's not good, it's not bad, it's middle grounds for me. So we're gonna pop Valguero into the middle grounds. Scorched Earth, one of the first DLCs that well, added something very different to the game, with new creatures, a different theme, and solidly desert. I really like Scorched Earth. I think it's really solid, and that's why I love it. A lot of people would disagree with me on this one, but honestly, I love Scorched Earth because all you had back in the day was the island, and I had this very fond memory of when we first received Scorched. It was like amazing because we had all this different stuff suddenly coming in. I can totally get why people don't like it, but for me, I love it. I think it's a really solid and well-made map. Ragnarok! Honestly, I love it again! You can't go wrong with a bit of rag, am I right? You know? Ragnarok's just a solid map, dudes. It's one of the best free ones out there, I would heavily say. There was tons of hype when it was coming out, and when the developers were streaming, like, making it. It was so cool! But I love Ragnarok. I think it has a really good versatile amount of biomes. It's a big map. There's plenty to do on it, and most, you know, mods and stuff work on it, so I love Ragnarok. Moving on to the newest one, Lost Island. This introduced the Cino, which was amazing, but the map, we gotta talk about it, guys. It's absolutely huge. I like a few biomes, but to me, it just feels really big and empty and could have done with a few more ruins. So for that, I gotta put it in meh. I'm sorry. I know that's gonna be extremely controversial with a few people, but the map was meh to me. I felt like there was tons of open space with just nothing there, and you could have done so much more with the map than it was, so that's why it's down there for me. Next up, we have Fjordur. This map is freaking awesome. Has an awesome boss, awesome realms. I love it. I love Fjordur. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's got plenty of depth, loads of ruins, lots of different secret biomes and caves. I think it's great with the vegetables that you can find early on. I think it's like the perfect balance. If it was like not cold in the beginning for people, I'd say it's like the perfect starter map, but because it's cold, it's not. But you know, I love Fjordur. I think it's an awesome map. Next up is Extinction. Woo! think this one was a cracker because, like, it was amazing. Titans, different biodomes. I think it was like one of the most biggest lore moves ever. But I gotta say, it's not really love it for me, but it is banging, you know? I'd say it's a really, really, really solid DLC. I love it. But there is like a lot of land you can't use on that one. But it's still very awesome. But, you know, my feels, some bits are a bit empty on that one, so I think it's solid and banging. Next one, most people describe as the Builder's Paradise, the Crystal Isles. I played this before it went official a long time ago. It was awesome, but I feel like they missed a lot of areas. Cherry Blossom Biome is probably the best one out there for me, but it does lack quite a few things. So for that, I'm going to stick it in the middle grounds. I think it's a very beautiful map, but I think after what Wildcard kind of did to it with the Eldritch Isles, and the ocean is so barren and empty and boring, like, it's got to be middle grounds. Like, I love it for aesthetics and building, but apart from that, playing on it is a bit meh. Aberration! I have really strong feelings about this one, and I love it! Just go straight in there. It's the first map to introduce the whole kind of on-foot concept with all the glowing trees, different fauna. It's so different to other maps in comparison. It's not your usual Ark experience. Adds a lot of sci-fi aspects in it, and rock drakes, you know. So it's got to be, I love it. I really do like Aberration. I think it's a really solid map, and it has a very unique feel to it in comparison to other maps. Next one, yeah.
Now the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort. It's like a visceral reaction of discontent coming from this area. This area is not good either. I hate this, but I'm mainly worried about this.
I know quite a lot of people that like Genesis, but I absolutely hate Genesis with a passion. It was horrible when it came out. The bugs were like overflowing everywhere. And still, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the teleporting between the biomes. I don't like the fact that you can't fly, like in the normal basic Genesis version. You can't fly, that's how it was built. But it was built to be like a flyer map. That's what it felt like to me. And when it came out, I felt like the decision to make it non-flyer was very last minute. That's what it felt like to me. And it was all about this bog spider, which you couldn't really get until later on anyway. And you wouldn't want to go to the bog anyway because it's covered in swarms. And then when you teleport anywhere, you probably will die and lose all your stuff, and you won't be even loaded in before you realise that you're dead. Yeah, I don't like Genesis. The best things in Genesis are the ocean biome and the lunar biome. The ocean biome, best ocean biome in the whole thing, but everything else ruins Genesis for me. I hate it for the missions, I hate it for the biome transfers. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Genesis 2, basically Genesis 1 done right. I like this one. I think Genesis 2 is banging because it gave like so many different things. It's quite empty, I'll give you that. But I think like the whole middle section was such a game changer where you had it changing day by day, giving you different resources and all this technological stuff. It gave you a chance to really appreciate tech, so that's why I like Genesis 2. And it brought along the tech bow, which was, the tech bow is amazing. So I really like Genesis 2. That's Genesis 1 done right, Genesis 2 basically. So yeah, that's got to be banging for me. Now we come on to the spicier ones. Acer, very controversial at the moment, quite a bit on the socials, but Ark Survival Ascended, aka the new UE5 update. Where would I put it? Well, we haven't really seen anything on it, but it's kind of exciting by the sounds of it. If it's like better optimization, better graphics, like it would be amazing. But for now, middle grounds, because we haven't really seen anything about it. Ark 2, this is our next one. Where would I put it? You know what? I'm just gonna say this. I'm not that excited for Ark 2. I know it sounds terrible, but I'm not excited for Ark 2. If anything, I'm more excited for Acer, so it's gonna go in meh. I'm just not that excited about it at the moment. Like, we've seen like very little information, I can't really grasp what it's going to be like. And from what I've heard so far, it sounds to be not my kind of game. So it's just meh. This could change in the future though. If it's amazing and goes over my expectations, then of course it might be love it might be banging, but we'll see. Same with Acer, it might be cactus worthy, you know, but we'll see. And finally, just a kind of game mode one, survival of the fittest. Now I think it's good in its own respect, but the problem with survival of the fittest is if they don't do something like a battle pass or something like that, this kind of game mode is going to do exactly what it did previously, and it's going to go really flat. So at the moment it's even going flat itself, so I'm just going to say meh. I feel like they need to do more to spice up survival of the fittest and make it so players keep coming back to it. It needs a battle pass or something, not necessarily one you have to pay for, just one you do unlocks by playing more. It needs some kind of reward system to keep you wanting to play, because at the moment I'm not motivated to play survival of the fittest at all. Like I got better things to do. I'm not motivated in the slightest, but it sits at meh for me. I feel like they need to do more to it. It definitely needs something that's not there right now. Maybe an Acer, we'll see. But yeah, that's my tier list. There we go, mostly positive, so that's a big up, isn't it? If you did it yourself, let me know in the comments down below. What is your love it, banging, middle grounds, meh, and the cactus? What is like your feels on that one? Where would you place them differently to me? I'm interested. But this is how I would do my Ark tier list. These are my favourite maps, my worst maps and modes. Like this is my general kind of scope and feeling. And I do wonder how Acer would change this later on. Maybe we'd do another one once Acer's out at some point. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see any more tier lists, like maybe a Conan DLC one, that might be fun. But yeah, that's my tier list. Thank you for watching, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!